What's up, guys? Welcome back to another I Mess With Cars video. So today we got the X3 here again. As you saw in the last video, or one of the last videos, we actually got it on the ECU unlocked. So now we're gonna take a MHD flex fuel kit from Bimmer ECU Solutions and install it on the X3. Then after it's all installed, we're gonna go grab some E40 on Kelby's X3 and see how she feels. No data for today, at least. It's a little damp out, so not gonna be able to do any draggy times, but that'll probably be next video or so, maybe when it cools down a little bit here in the swamp. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy and we'll get right into it. So first, let's take a little look inside the kit. Bubbles. Got some zip ties, installation. Very nice instructions on this kit. Got some Precision Raceworks 360 fittings for the ethanol sensor. Got the ethanol sensor itself, the breakout connection that goes into the transmission harness, and it's very easy. Super nice kit. Always recommend this kit to people who are wanting a really nice plug-and-play system that have an automatic transmission, B58, M55, S55, S58. They make a lot of kits. They make open wire versions for M54s and M55s. The older version each has this cars. But yeah, let's jump into it. So again, not sure if you saw our last video, but at least the X3, I'm not sure if it's X3M as well, but underneath the little carpet here and the other carpet that has these little flathead screws basically is the battery, which you'll want to disconnect before you start anything, just so you know you're not unplugging stuff with power going through everything. So yeah. Get a 10 mil, disconnect the battery. I like to get this ready because this sometimes isn't the funnest. Two little pinch points here. You'll have to press on both of these. Oh, you can hear them. And then you'll slide this connector out. Just carefully wiggle it out. Yeah, just slides off. There we go. We're gonna open this up. Get access to in here. Set it aside for now. Technically you can set it in the engine bay, but I kind of like to keep it away from heat. And they do give you a lot of zip ties like I showed earlier, so you can secure it however you like. But just to take that cover off, this little bolt in here we're gonna use as the ground. Let's take this bolt off. All right, so this ground bolt's loose. We're gonna take our ground here. You can tighten it down. All right. Now I got this snug. Obviously you want to take your wrench here, tighten that down. Doesn't have to be insane, just snug. You got the new connection. If I figure out how it goes in, there you go. Then you plug the other one into the stock harness. Once you have that plugged in, you'll hear a click usually, click, click. There we go. The ethanol sensor side. As you can see back here, this is the fuel line right here. You'll see this gray clip. Be very careful not to lose this because you will need it. Pull it off. I'm gonna try to do this one-handed. There we go. Up this. There we got it here, the little locking tab here. Soak up any fuel, you're gonna push forwards and then pull on this black tab kind of simultaneously. It's a little hard to do, but there you go. That's it. Not too much pressure in here. Line comes off. And now we can prepare the flex fuel sensor to go onto the hard line. And you'll also plug it back in here, but we'll show you that. Right before it slides under this ridge, always double check before you move forwards, because if you don't have this fully latched or something, this could pop off when you drive. Don't ask me how I know. And then you got the other one. There you go. Can you see that now? Yep. Again, make sure stock line right here. And then don't forget the little gray locking thing here. Bam. And now your flex fuel is mounted in here. You can always check for clearance. You could also technically zip tie it into a certain position. I haven't found that you normally need that. Again, some chassis have less room out back here. Just check your clearance. Secure the box however you like, but usually I like to visible first, reconnect the battery, and then make sure all the proper lights are illuminated and that everything's functioning before securing everything. So let's go. As we can see, everything looks good. All the lights are illuminated. Yeah, we'll move on and show you how to set up a OTS flex fuel map. From here, you will take your handy dandy MHD universal adapter, also from BIM ECU. Put the car in accessory mode. If you have a G series, it'll be 3 clicks. Now the car's in accessory mode, make sure your lights are off, not extra bright. From here, it's pretty easy. Select what stage you want. Sure your base octane is set to the same. Do not try to put E40 on one of these slots, otherwise the flex fuel function will not work. So whatever your base fuel is, select that. Go to your options. Make sure to let it know that you have a MHD ECA, if that's what you installed. Click Enable Flex Fuel so that it'll change by itself. Make sure all the settings are how you want it. That's about it. Go ahead. Once your map is successfully flashed and you wait a little bit, go into your MHD gauges and you what the tune's adjusted for. Right now we have pump gas in it, so it shows E10, and that's it. No codes on the dash. Everything is working as intended, and you are done. Your flex fuel OTS map is set up, your flex fuel sensor is in, and that's it. Also, never hurts to double check for leaks. No leaks or anything like that. All right, getting some E in there. Wise, and you want to make sure it's all stabilized before you really get on it. Definitely will take a mile or two to actually settle. All right, see what she's got. Zippy. Well guys, I think that'll be it for the MHD flex fuel sensor installation, showing you how to set up a OEM flex fuel map. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you next one.